meter pieces to do metery things. So, you know, if you'd have wanted to make maybe a little basket like that, then you could have done. And we've given you, yeah, you've all had chances to do that. So the next thing is, with these kits today, oh, there's a pokey thing sticking out there. That's sharp. What's that? Oh, it's a poke tool. There we go. I need to put the lid on that. You can either make one of the pencil cases. We're going to put those instructions in for free, by the way. Okay, so you will get those instructions in whatever. But if you've made some of those and you fancy doing something a little bit different with just a 2.5 strip of cork, that kit becomes this kit. Okay, now you might have cork lying around. I haven't put cork in the kits because any of you that follow me regularly will probably have a bit of cork by now. And it is literally that much that you need. It's a tilly tiny amount. It's just a scrap, an offcut. If you've got our cork and PU scraps bags, you'll have a piece like that in there anyway. If you haven't, then it is really, 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 really worth getting some cork, because we are doing so much with cork at the moment, and it is so easy to sew with. It's such a pleasure to sew with, and it just changes things up a little bit, which I like an awful lot. So. This is what we're going to make today. It is a quick show today because we are getting ready to go to the NEC. Yay! We are stand E34. That's where you will find us, E34. We're going to be there all the time. Me and Josh are going to be there most of the time. Sorry, Josh and I. Dreadful English. Jane is there every day apart from Saturday. Gemma is coming one of the days at the weekend, I think. And then Izzy Wiz is coming on the Saturday, I think. So we will be fully stocked with staff there as well. In the meantime, we've got staff here while we're there. You know, filling your orders. So there are a few things that you need to know about today's show. One of them being these kits are available until midnight tonight, and then whatever is left, we take down and we take to the show with us. Okay, so there is kind of a time limit on these. Yeah, kind of the same with the beautiful fabrics that we had yesterday. Some of those have already sold out. So well done if you got those. But that's just it. We are limited on the number of kits that we can do. When they're gone, they're gone. We don't have any more stock of the velvet. That's it. Any that haven't sold by midnight, we will take to the Creative Crafting Show with us. So that'll be that. Oh, that's hotter than the sun. I mean, is a burner cleanse? I don't know. Is with us this morning. Ouch, that was hot. Let's have a little look. I mean, if I can't even be trusted to drink coffee, what is the world coming to? A bit of rubbing sound on the mic there. Oh, good. Let's try that instead there and see what happens. Let's see. But come and say hello to us. Oh, also greetings from Cynthia. Oh, hi-oh to you. Watching today with my 2 10-week-old pups, says Sarah W. Well, we need photographic evidence of those because we love puppies here. That is one of our favourite things. Where am I? Here we go. So good morning to Celia and Sharon. Good morning, and Rebecca. Good morning. I know you're coming to see us, Rebecca, because you said Marilyn's here. Good morning, everybody. Jane's here. Joy's here. Good morning. Hello. Karen Evans is here. Rena is here. Can I ask about the quilt behind you, please? Of course you may. This is Jane's Block of the Month quilt. We have a subscription for it. It is $6.99 a month. You get a Zoom call once a month where Jane will make it with you. You can buy the kits from us, or you can make it out of your own fabric, but Jane will go through everything that you need to know on the day. So there it is. That is your £6.99 a month quilt as, well, not quilt as you go, block of the month with Jane. If you go onto our website, natashamakes.com, then there is a whole membership area and you can join Quilting with Jane on our membership area. And yeah, it's not too late. It's never too late. You can catch up anytime you wish. And then Laura's here. I bought my Juki. Thank you. Very excited. Yes. We need to get that order all sorted for you because that will come directly from them. Joe is here and Claire's here and Vicky's here and Kirsty's here and Gloria's here and Mary's here and Jane's here and Betty's here and Donna's here. Good morning to all of you. Right. Look at this. I bought a new phone thingy. Sue's here, better late than never. And Wendy is day off work. First day off in ages. And I managed to see you live. Whoop, whoop. Well, come to the Creative Crafting Show and you will see us all live. It's very exciting. Very, very exciting. Right, this is my kit. Whoops. There it is. Holly. Struth Tazzy. I wanted to watch the other day. I was trying to find it, and I think I've only got it on VHS from when God was a child. Crocodile Dundee. I just thought of that because of my very bad Australian accent there. I used to love that movie. It was one of my favourites. Growing up, that and Dirty Dancing were the movies that I absolutely loved. I didn't know the two leads, Paul Hogan and what's her chops, can't remember her name. Did you know they're married and had a son? Did you? I didn't know. I found this out just the other day and I was like, oh, well, there you go. Right, in these kits, woo, that I've just thrown all over the floor. Yay! We're picking back up. Yay! From all over the floor. Boo. Yeah, follow me for more useless pieces of information. That's it. That was all. That's all I've got for you. Let's have a little look. No, that's the wrong page. Here we go. No, don't end session. That's no good. Come on. Behave yourself. Here we are. It doesn't like when I switch between the screens, you see. It gets a bit uppity. There we are. It's very clever stuff, this. Very clever. Right. Let's have a look. I've got varying quantities. This is your Tiger Rouge. I have 8 of these. That is it. Like I say, they will come with instructions if you want to do that. So they will come with the pencil case instructions. If you want to turn it into this, then you just need my instructions and a little strip of cork. But it's just a 2.5-inch strip. It's not a lot. They come with zips, H630, and of course, let's not forget your velvet border. I love this. It's like little elves had been here. So when I went off to Cornwall, Whiz, house sits, warehouse sits, does all the sitting because I don't like leaving any animals or anything unattended for at all, really. We are here all the time. There's always somebody here. And yeah, so when I came back, Wizard cut all of the kits. All the animals were happy. It was happy days. I can hear a chicken out the window. So this is your Tigres Rouge. Odile's French, so, you know, they have French names. Red tiger, I mean, basically, or tigers in red. That's it. I am learning French and Italian on Duolingo, and it's having a little bit of a fit at me at the minute because I have not been on there in a few days, and it's very upset that my learning has been interrupted. What can I say? So, zips, zip tape, zip pull, whatever you want to call it, and also your fat quarter of fabrique is in there. We'll pop some instructions in. That's the kit. I believe they are coming in at $14.99, which is not bad, given that you get free instructions with all of that. These are your Tigers. Come on, Wiz. Tigers Rose, so pink, effectively. There you go. And your fat quarter there. Is that sapphire or peacock? One or the other. But again, a very, very beautiful kit. Very, very beautiful. We love these. Oh, way up. Gemma's messaging me. Do you know what, Gemma? I do think sometimes that we should just have you on speakerphone with a microphone next to the phone, and that might just be easier. What do you want? What do you want? Ah, just to tell me that she's learning Spanish. But you teach my kids Spanish. You already know Spanish. Red, 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 red. Oh, yeah, okay, now, so this one, beautiful. This is your India Rouge. I've gone with a red zip, and but I've picked out this little colour of the flowers for your lining. It's going to be really, really stunning. I saw this in a hotel as a colourway, like a tealy colour. I've gone a little bit brighter, more of an aqua, and it just looks so beautiful. And it wasn't a colour combination that I'd been very familiar with before, but now that I've seen it, and I've seen it in a hotel, seen it work beautifully, I'm a big fan. Big fan, huge, massive. Yeah. I have got 8 of those. When they're gone, they're gone. And if by midnight they have not sold, then they will be taken down and they will be loaded and they will go across to the Creative Crafting Show. So this is your chance. This is it. We've got an orange zip with a matching pull here. This is going to be, what, India blue? Yeah, see, it's it follows on. How stunning is that? I've taken the orange this time. It's quite a zesty one, this. I like it. I like it, like it. But again, you can imagine that makeup made up into these little kits. Like that. It's all very nice. Very nice, very nice. So well done to those of you that managed to get your Robert Kaufman yesterday. I know we are a little bit behind with sending out orders, but we are on the catch-up as we speak. We had a few big days last week with all of those incredible wax fabrics. I'm demoing in this one. This is your Pondicherry in petrol. I mean, it's a bit gorgeous, isn't it? Yeah. And of course, the nice thing about Odile's kits is that, of course, they're meant to be cut either into halves or quarters. This is where we realise actually how generous we are with our fabric cutting. We always cut on 20 inches, which is more than a ½ metre, but we do that just in case a bolt is slightly offset or anything like that. Whereas because these are printed, they are printed exactly on that ½ metre. So you get an exact amount. This one here, so this is the blue version of this one, is your Pushka Bleu. Again, and with the matching zip pull. It's all a bit beautiful, and I loves it so, so much. What a great gift they're going to make. That's the thing. Gemma, could you just message me what length of zip did I say in the end to cut? Because I know I debated. I debated, but for this, I don't want you sewing through because we're gonna do a clever thing where the ends of this we're going to take and we're going to use to cover the zips here. But obviously I made this in the middle of last week, so I can't actually remember what measurements I used anyway, really, to be honest about the situation. And I made it in such a rush I haven't actually done the turning, sewn the turning through gap, but we'll gloss over that. There it is. Yeah, and how big the square is that I've got to cut out of there, Gem. I think it's 1.5 inches, but I cannot actually remember. Oh, tigers again. Oh, now you see this time. Yeah, you see, this made me really happy. I love putting kits like this together, tigers blue, because I get to play with all the colour. I'm like, right, yeah, we'll take that red, we'll use that. But look, you've got this lovely blue here. Let's pick it up and go a shade lighter, and that will all work an absolute treat. And it all just ties in. That's your tigers blue. Every now and then we get these velvet borders in. and they are just fantastic. Here we go. Oh yeah, this is push bar, but it's oh no, Pondicherry, sorry. This is Pondicherry in red. But look at that purple. And I've gone for, I didn't have a really deep purple zip, but I went with black just to really bring in that deep dramatic what have you. I like a deep dramatic what have you. Do you put the zip? Oh, there we go. Perfect. No, Gemma, we didn't add it into, she's asking whether or not she needs to take one down. I don't believe so. Check with Izzy. I don't think you need to take one down. It was the end of the roll and it had a little bit of sticky on. So we said, I'll have that. I'll have that. I'm not fussed about a bit of sticky on the end. That's fine. Oh, look at this one. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. This is India in rose. Don't they just feel so different in all these different colourways? Because look, here's India in your blue over here. Oh, it's just gorgeous. But you might not have, I mean, I've matched that colour there and I've gone with a pink zip. You might not have all this in your stash. Luckily, I have, not to boast, but I have a large stash. And so we are able to do exactly that for you. It is no bother at all. There we go. Whee! Look at this one. Oh, now this is another fun zesty one. So we picked out the lime green of there. We've gone with a lovely zesty orange one. This is your pushcart in vert, which is green. I know, I'm stunning you all with my French. It's all good. So the nice thing about this is that we are getting well ahead here. Well ahead. This is good. Right. And then this is the one that I have demoed in. So this is, you can see this is what it will make up like. I've taken that beautiful, look at the butterflies and everything. If you haven't worked with this velvet border before, it's absolutely gorgeous. This is pushcart in white. There we go. So that's it. They are the kits for today. You get to choose, obviously. Goes without saying. How many is Gemma said? No, Gemma, she's put down 9 there, so that means the 10th is mine. So we're all good. These are today's kits. There they are. Which one are you going for? Oh, that's going to annoy me. That was the first one I did. I can't do that. That's just going to... I need to see the tigers. That fabric is not the main event. There you go. Your tigers are. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. So my car is absolutely rammed full of furniture to build for our stand. And it turns out that I basically should be a Tetris champion because I had a small window of opportunity to get across to, I did this drop and what have you. At Tesco, you can collect all your furniture there. So I had a window of opportunity, and if you haven't collected it, then they take the furniture back to IKEA if you haven't collected it within that window. So these guys in a white van will sit in the car park for 2 hours. It's all, I mean, it felt very dodgy, but it's all above board. And then they go. And of course, I got delayed with the vet and a horse. So I was still stood on the yard at 4:30 going, oh, this could be a small disaster. And yeah, had to rush across, which meant that I had to fit it all in my car in one go. Seats down, everything. Minnie sitting on the front seat going, what's happening here? Luckily I didn't have Reuben, or that would have been a disaster. So one of the guys basically just cuddled the puppy whilst I directed operations. Like, no, 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 that needs to flip, that needs to go in there, then we can fit. I'll post you a photo of the boot of my car. There is not an inch free anywhere. And I am so grateful for my friend's husband, who, when I was looking for a car, had done a spreadsheet on which car, sort of hybrid car, had the biggest square footage of boot. I have never been so grateful for his nerdery in spreadsheets to get me the biggest square footage of boot space in a car out there. It's a beautiful thing. Should we make this then? Come on then, let's get making. So the very first thing we're going to do is cut everything down to size. Now, you can do one of two things. You can either follow my instructions and cut it exactly as I've said, or when you've made your front, you can just cut your lining the same size. It's up to you. I don't mind. I'm not going to be there watching. I don't care. You do it your way. Should we swap? There we go. So this is your piece. And you've got to find that halfway mark. It's generally quite obvious because it's going to be right down the middle of that. The way that Odile designs these, she's just a genius. She's so clever and such a lovely lady. You know, it's always such a pleasure doing business with Odile and Julia and her gang, because they're just so delightful. So delightful. We absolutely love them. Right, here we go. This is it. I've roughly cut these. I'm going to trim them down afterwards. You can cut them exactly if you want to start off with, or like me. They're cut to 2.5 inches, but they're just cut a little bit longer. I will trim them down afterwards. That's no bother at all. I will clip. Guys, come and find us. So we're a little bit of a mixed stand at the Creative Crafting Fair this year, because we've got obviously all of our sewing stuff, but we've also got so much craft clearance from just trying to clear all sorts of crafty stuff. I mean, I could bore you with the reasons why, how it came about that I've got it, but I won't. We're going to just do a 1/2 inch seam down here. 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch, what am I saying? 1/4 of an inch. And we are going to, look at this. If you have got not a lot of time and you want to make one of these, or maybe this is your first time working with velvet or cork or anything like that, and you are just wondering, is it easy? I have not changed my needle size. I'm working with just a normal size needle. I couldn't tell you if it, hang on, I can tell you. I've got a 90 in today because I nearly run out of 80s. So that's what's sitting next to my machine. That's clearly what I've got in it. It is as technical as that, peeps. It really is. And then I'm just going to open that up. I'm going to pop my foot there and I'm going to top stitch that down just so that it's all going to lie nice and straight. You can do this as ever in a stitch that is going to blend as ever. I'm trying to just show you, be able to show you the stitches. Or you could do a contrast thread, or you could do it in a gold thread. Oh, the possibilities are endless. But there we go. So by the end of it, we've got both of them, both our fronts done. honestly, super easy, super easy. Here we go. For those of you that are coming to the show, is there anything that you would particularly like to see in the flesh? That is my question to you. Is there anything that you would particularly like to see in the flesh? Because, you know, we've still got time to cut stuff. We can do this. We can do this. It's all going to be fine. We've got the van hired. We've got everything. It's very exciting. Very exciting. Okay. Here we go. So you can either use the cutting instructions that are on your sheet with your instructions, or can I fit it on that way? Yeah, yes I can. Or you can simply just cut to the same size. It's up to you. It is up to you. Just make sure everything's nicely squared up. You get, oh, that helps, doesn't it? If I just rip everything away. Well done, me. You can tell I wrote the instructions last week, can't you? Because otherwise I would be remembering the numbers. I'm just going to even that up and sewing that on straight. You get a lot left over, by the way, which means that if you don't want to work in cork, then you could always interface your plain and just have a plain base. You know, you don't have to use cork, you don't have to use PU. It is entirely up to you. And I do mean entirely up to you. Okay, but you've got, so you do have enough in your kit if you don't want to. Let me show you what that would look like. So instead of that, it would look like that. Personally, I really like the cork, which is why, you know, I've done that. I've done that. Right, okay. Whilst we have got these all lined up like this, the other thing then to do is to cut out the squares at the base. And the reason we're going to do it now, with everything beautifully lined up, in fact, what I might do is put those right sides together like that. What have I done with my perfect 5? Oh, there we go. So we're going to cut 1.5 inches out of each corner. I always get discombobulated when Jane's been in and done a show because all my stuff gets tidied away and I don't know where anything is. You can measure these out individually, or if you are a time saver, such as myself, then here we go. Right. Ba-bam. And the reason that we do this at this point is because of the zip. Now, Gemma, I'm going to, yeah. It's not going to be as long as this, okay? For the simple reason that I'm going to put a cork cover on it at the ends. So let's just square that up. And I don't want let's put the zip pull on. Zip pull, zip pull, zip pull on. Where is my zip pull thing? Oh, come on now. What have I done with it? I've got one, my normal little metal one. I now keep just to one side. It's stuck onto my desk, but you can't see it there. You can't see it there. So, hang on. It's hidden down here. So I bought this plasticky uprighty thing. Works in pretty much the same way. Only you can only do 2 sizes in this. So if you have any kind of anomaly, it's not going to work, which is why I prefer ours. See? Come on, sit in there. That's just going to annoy me. Where are mine? Come on now. This is our usual one, and look at the difference. So, there we are. Now, this is on a bouncy lid, but even so, that does not aid it, does it, at all? But it's still fabulous. That's how we want to do it. So then, what we're going to do, cut out bits, these leftovery bits. Get your quilters wash away tape. Guys, I have got quilters wash away tape for the stand in abundance, by the way. So if you don't have your zip tool or anything like that, come and see me and I will get you kitted up with instructions, the lot, and make sure that you can do those zip pulls. In fact, Jane, can you do me a favour, please? And can you just ask Wiz to add to the list zip pull tools? She knows the list. She knows the one. I'm popping a little bit of wash away tape, quilters wash away tape. Again, please don't bother trying zips without this, because you're just going to have to pin everything and it's an absolute pain. This is quilters wash away tape. It does not gung up your needles. I have sourced it very specifically so that it doesn't. There are lots out there. This one is the one for me, because it doesn't, and I've used it, as everyone will attest, for years and years and years. I import it myself. So we're now just going to fold that in half, encase that, and that quilters wash away tape means that we can just make sure that we get cork on cork like so. We're going to be trimming this back, so don't worry about that. Again, sort of start to fold it in half. And you're just going to top stitch across those ends. Okay? And the tape holds it in place. Happy days. And we are all good to go. Trim that. There we are. That's your zip with lovely cork ends on, and it's starting to look a little bit professional, which is what we want. Always, 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 always. And now it's just a matter of, haven't interfaced. Hang on. Oh, well, there's absolutely no point in me putting on the big iron, because that's going to take forever to heat up. I love it, but it is the only thing about it. Let's put on the little iron. Hello, little iron. Here we go. Dee 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 dee. La 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 la. Put that on there. Oh my goodness, can you hear my stomach rumbling? I have had breakfast. That's horrendous. Sorry, everyone. Now, I wonder have I got... Oh, I wonder if Jane has got one that we've just got back in stock. If she has, now would be the time for me to use that. Whilst that all heats up and gets going, I'm going to start prepping my zip. And I'm going to run a line of tape across the top there. Oh, did I? Sorry. You know those new Teflon pressing sheets that came in yesterday? Yeah, please may I have one of those? Yeah, I forgot to interface my H630, Jane. But it's okay, because in the meantime, I can just prep my zip. So we'll have the tape top and bottom, flip it, tape top and bottom again. I love Jane. She's busily packing away in that warehouse, but she's always got an ear on the show. Always. She's just brilliant. If I need anything, like you've just seen, she'll run along. I can hear her little footsteps on the hallway. Here she is. Although you're quite stealth today, Jane, in your trainers. If you didn't get one of these yesterday, these are the Teflon pressing sheet. They're very affordable, given how expensive some are. What I would say to you is, this is a little trick that I learned from the Goddess sheets, and that is curve your top right-hand corner. And then you always know that if you've got that at the top right-hand corner, that you're not going to have any sticky on this top sheet. You can always write, you know, top right or anything like that. How are we doing? Are we adhering? Ah, brilliant. So these work brilliantly with your velvets and also with your. I think these are $8.99. They really do not break the bank. And they're a big size as well. I think the Goddess sheets that we had, they were like nearly double the price and half the size. And I was like, this is ridiculous. We've got to be able to source these better for ourselves. That's just too much. There we go. These are food grade, by the way, as well. So if you want to use them in your cooking, then you can. Not once you've had it all over your fabric. That's not a good idea. Oh yeah, so if you watched yesterday's show, we're making these. How pretty are those? I've got to do my edges. I'm going to edge coat those. The new Heat and Bond that we have got in, I say new, we've had it in before. It's just taken us a while to get back into stock. Is absolutely, I'm just going to cut these with scissors, absolutely perfect for the fabric and the cork makes, all of them. We have now got quite an array. I hadn't realised. It was only when I started putting the templates, we started doing the templates, making all the template and pattern packs up for the show this morning. So we have done quite a few of these now because they've just been so popular. And the game changer for me, and someone wrote this on our Facebook page, it was really lovely to hear because it's how I feel. It's like the cork, backing the cork with beautiful fabric is an absolute game changer because it works like leather. So if you didn't watch yesterday's show, have a little look because we made a little cork bag. I was still learning how to put these together. So how am I going to put these together? I'll show you. You bring those edges one over the top of the other, and then you thread that under and over. You've got to kind of do it together, otherwise they don't sit right. But then they sit, and then you just get that one look across there. But yeah, so that was the favour holder that we had yesterday, and then we had the triangular coin purse. But again, it's just they're quick, easy makes, perfect for it. Gemma said to me, but you know that if you're given a coin purse, you have to put money in it. She said, that's the folklore. You have to put money in a coin purse. If you're giving a purse or a wallet, you have to put money in it. She said, even if it's just a penny, you have to. I was like, well, we're coming up to that giving season, aren't we? We're coming up to the time where people will be giving gift cards or giving whatever. And that's just going to be the thing to work. Right, let's start to construct. So even with my faffing about, it is not a long make. Right, so right side of the zip facing up, right side of our outer fabrics facing down. We are going to center that. So you've got a little bit more than 1/4 of an inch either side, and that just means that when we then come to sew, you're not going to be sewing through the cork, the zip, everything else. So for those of you that are, maybe not sure if your machine will cope, yes, it can. It can cope. It's going to cope. It's going to be fine. And again, just line up your outer edges there. And you can trim back any excess cork. I'm going to sew straight down there. And then we'll open it up. What I would say to you is please, please, please be careful. Only press this velvet with a pressing sheet. Do not go near it with your iron. You'll dull the colour and burn it. Please don't do it. It is a polyester velvet. Now I'm just top stitching, so I've pulled the fabric in one direction, the teeth in the other, rather than pressing it, just to make sure that I'm going to have okay, so that's one side, and then your lining is the other. We're going to repeat that. It's as simple as that. This now becomes just a simple pouch to construct. Come on. There we are. So our velvet becomes right sides together. Lining the edges, lining the top of the zip. This is a beginner make. So this might be your first foray into cork, into velvet, into all those things. It's a really safe beginner make. Okay. There's no pins, there's no, there's nothing tricky here at all. Right sides together with your lining. And again, we're going to sew down that side once more. So we're going to repeat exactly the same on this side. If you need to stop and move the zip out the way, then you can, but I think you've got enough room. And again, top stitch down. So pull that away. I would make sure when you do that the zip is shut. So now you can just hold it open, and that's going to make sure if I've got my lining and my fabric there and that there, then that's just going to make sure that everything is held apart, and then I don't need to press crazily everywhere. So that is the zip in. It's looking good, isn't it? Zip in and no pins. No pins needed in this. So we're starting to get a look at what this is going to be like. So we're going to put right sides together now. You can pop a little clip in that bottom edge. The other place, if you want to pop a little clip, is just to make sure that those seams there match. And what that's going to give you is this nice continuous edge all the way around. Turning through gap in the base. If, like me, you forget these things, Just give it a little mark. You can see at the side, that is the edge of it. Just push down it in toward your lining. You're not going to sew over it. You're going to avoid it, okay? But if you do, it'll give you a better finish if it's into the lining side. I'm going to start sewing along there, then I'll sew down both the sides, and then I'll sew along the bottom. It is easy. It's nice and easy. There we go. That was me edging around that zip. Perfect, done. Leaving my turning through gap. Remembering that actually my hands are always bigger than I think they are. And I'm going to sew it from this side, because if anything's going to misalign, should it ever, I would rather, just pop my foot over there, that it's going to be on the lining side and not on the outer side. And then at each corner, you're going to take the side and the bottom seams, pull the fabric apart and align those so that they are in the middle. What that gives you is that straight edge to box the bottom, and you're going to do that on every single corner. And this is what gives the pouch the shape. Just press seams one side and then the other, and then they just nest nice and neatly. And then we're turning it through for our ta-da moment, which is one of my favourite things. Did I open the zip? No, that really helps if you actually open the zip. Forgot that bit, didn't I? Where is my zip? Come on, zip. Where are you? Come on, how many of you? Oh, I did open it a smidgy bit. There we go. How many of you were shouting at me to open the zip? It's all right. I'd left a tiny bit open so I could. Gemma, can you make sure that that is in the instructions, please, that I have added that in to make sure that you leave the zip open as you, as you sew around. Oh. Hey, it's looking quite swish. And what you'll find is that you didn't sew over those edges, so but they sit really nicely and they sit out so that you then get to see everything that's going on. I just love this technique. And then I'm just going to sew that closed and we're done. You can hand stitch it, but we all know that if we hand stitch it might not ever actually get done. And you know what, whilst I'm here, pushing that into there, and admiring my handiwork, that's just calling for a tassel. I'm going to have to find a tassel for that. Look at it. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. I'm just going to do the lining on this as well. These could be makeup cases, pencil cases, any kind, teacher gifts. Heaven forbid. There we go. So there you have it. And I love that we've got these coloured zips, got that contrast of the colour. I am going to add, there we are, look at that. I'm going to add a little tassel into those. What tassels do I have here? Have I got any little tassels that I can just, oh, hang on. Bear with, I have a tassel department here. Oh, ooh. Oh, look, 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 look. Oh, hang on. I am in tassel heaven here. Pink one for that. Look, a tealy one. Match it. Oh, heaven. Heaven. I'm in, oh, heaven. Shall I attach it with a, oh, controversial. What do you think? Is that a thing? Is this a thing? Am I doing a thing? Does this work? Oh. I feel like I've just done a thing. Not sure if it's like the thing. Find out, shall we? Oh, I've just taken the tassel off. How do I get? Is there a way to undo those? Does anybody know? Because I kind of want my tassel on that. In the meantime, you can sew on tassels as well, by the way. However, I feel like I've now got something quite useful going on. Well, that works, doesn't it? I'll take that. Take that any day. There we go. Might do the same with that. Just to prove a point. Just to prove a point. If you had our tassel and fob set, then you've probably got all of this going on as well. Which is great. Why not? Why not do this? Ooh, actually, look, I've got a lime green one. Oh, that's fun. Or do I go with pink? Hang on. Decisions, decisions. Oh, let's go lime green. I can't have all the lime green in all the world and not do that. There you go. Oh, well, that's useful. There you go. Tassel and a thing to attach, whatever else you need to attach to it. Happy days. I think I've just discovered something. There we go. I haven't reinvented the wheel, have I? Let's be honest. But that works for me. So everybody, that is today. We've got fobs and stuff in there and lobster clips and all sorts. Have a little rummage around. We've got tassels and the like all over the place. So do take a little look and see what you can find. But these kits, like I say, by midnight, they are going to have to come down so we can do a stock take and take any across in the van tomorrow when we go to set up. So, yeah, please get those orders in. And the same, actually, with this as well. So if you haven't bought your Kaufman yet, maybe you were looking to combine an order today, that's absolutely fine. But just know that that's going to have to come down at midnight because we'll take that cut to order, anything that's left across to the show. There's not a lot of it left, to be honest, but it's all good. So there we go, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you're well. I'm really looking forward to meeting all of you tomorrow. No, Thursday. Just as a little aside, tomorrow, we are doing drawstring bags, any size. I've worked it out. It's simple. I've just had a bit of a, oh no, hang on. If you just do this, you can make it any size. And I've got amazing fabrics for it. Oh, Sandy says, really enjoyed this show. Thank you. It's my absolute pleasure. Marilyn says, such a lovely make again, Natasha. Just what I was thinking of doing with my tassel and fob kit. Perfect. Tina's here. Julie's here. That'll be me then. Going for a look now. Do it. Take care, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow with any size drawstring bags, whether you are doing them for makeup kits, whether you're doing for PE kits, whether you're doing them for gift bags, whatever it is. A handy drawstring pouch is never a bad thing. Pop some grommets either end, and then you've got a backpack. Simple, 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 easy. There's a little technique I want to show you tomorrow. So do join me then. Take care. Lots of love. Bye-bye.